Well, my friends, you're not dreaming. Inception is 10 years old. God, where did the time go? Hey there guys, how are you? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome to my first video in my Christopher Nolan series of reviews. And yes, I'm putting out a series of these reviews mainly to build up to the release of Tenet, which is scheduled to be released in theaters sometime in the year 2020. I would hope. But yeah, expect at least one new Christopher Nolan film review up on the channel every single week from this point forward until I've covered all of them. And the very first one to coincide with its 10th anniversary of its theatrical release, Inception. But yeah, Inception, of course, written and directed by the one and only Christopher Nolan, and it stars a bunch of talented people. And this movie follows a thief named Cobb, played by the legendary Leonardo DiCaprio, who possesses the power to enter into the dreams of others. He essentially doesn't steal things or possessions, he steals ideas. And by projecting himself deep into the subconsciousness of his targets, he is able to process information that even the best computer hackers can't get into. So essentially, that makes Cobb the ultimate weapon. But once Cobb loses everything, he's forced to embark on one final mission in a desperate quest for redemption. However, this time Cobb won't be taking in an idea, but creating one himself. Well, not just himself, he has a big team of specialists, lots of smart people along with him. But should he and his team succeed, they will have discovered a new frontier in the art of psychic espionage. They've planned everything to absolute perfection, they have all the tools to get the job done, but it's a tricky mission, because the sudden appearance of a malevolent foe seems to know exactly what they're up to, and it also seems to know precisely what to do in order to stop them. Everybody got that? So yeah, just explaining that plot synopsis to you guys, something I'll say from the get-go is a lot of people find Inception really confusing. And admittedly, at first, when I first saw this movie, I found it confusing too. I rewatched this movie recently for this review. I rewatched it on Blu-ray. It looks incredible on Blu-ray, by the way. And honestly, this movie was just as good as I remembered watching it the first time. And I'd just like to ask you guys at this point, what's there to be confused about now? It's a dream within the dream that's inside of another dream that's taking place inside yet another dream, which takes place inside someone else's dream, which takes place inside a lot of other people's dreams. Any questions so far? I'm joking, of course, but honestly, just explaining all that, this is such a brilliant and unique concept. It's very interesting. How many layers deep can you go into this dream? And Christopher Nolan, who once again with impeccable writing and impeccable direction asks the question, is the world we're living in real, or are we just all living inside of a dream? And again, guys, on a rewatch, just like I told you already, this film was just as amazing as I remembered it. Inception is such a euphoric cinematic experience, dare I say, dreamlike. Yeah, I'll just see myself out now. That's it. Christopher Nolan's vision through his script and his direction, it's truly something to behold here for sure. The guy was just coming off of an instant classic in The Dark Knight, so this film was getting a lot of hype back in 2010. And boy howdy, did it live up to the hype. This is an absolutely breathtaking picture to look at. The cinematography, the seamless blocking of the actors to coincide with it, the ingenious writing, altogether, all this just flows together so effortlessly. Now, one thing that a lot of people have been talking about in regards to Inception and what they consider revolutionary is the Matrix-esque visual effects. I mean, what else is there really to say about them? Yeah, they're beautiful. They're really, really cool. I never got a chance to see this movie in 3D, but man, do I want to. But nevertheless, regardless of your definition, this is truly something to behold on whatever screen you're watching on. Perfect for a large screen in your house. And Hans Zimmer's score, definitely very grand throughout, and I think it definitely helps to add to the overall euphoric nature of the movie that Nolan is trying to capture. And that's one of the biggest praises that I can give Inception is the overarching concept. The whole idea of being inside a dream within a dream. Now, some may look at the visuals and the action sequences in this movie, which are really, really cool as well. A lot of people may complain about the implausibilities of it all, which, believe me, I've heard a lot of things about this movie, especially in regards to the implausible. But I got something to say to you guys. That's literally the whole idea. Now, I'm gonna ask you something real quick. It's just a test. Think back to your dreams. Do you remember how you got there? Do you remember how you started watching this video? Maybe you're dreaming right now. Sorry, had to throw in the reference. But seriously, think back to your dreams. How plausible were they? Do we even remember them? How do we even get there? This movie addresses all of those nagging questions really convincingly, and I think Nolan does a brilliant job writing down answers to those questions, or plausible answers to those questions. Now, this movie does bolster one of the better ensemble casts, but truly the heart and soul of this movie is Leonardo DiCaprio as Cobb, and he is great here. The guy had done it all up even to this point in 2010. The guy's a boss. His emotional range and his everything, just his aura, everything just seems so effortless. It's almost like I can never tell that Leonardo DiCaprio is an actor. Like, I know it's Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm watching him on screen, but like, I never see him. He buries himself within this role and this person. I mean, you've heard all the praise about Leo already, but it's all true. The man has a knack for storytelling, what can I say? And this role is no different. Cobb has a very tragic backstory, and I bought his pain every step of the way. Leonardo DiCaprio was so good in this movie. Now, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is also in this movie, and he gives a very good performance as well. His zero-G action sequence in a hotel hallway, it's absolutely a blast to watch. As a matter of fact, that whole sequence in the climax, fantastic. Really, really clever. Now, Ellen Page is in this movie as well. Most of you may have known her from Juno. Very, very great performance as well. She basically plays the new recruit of Leonardo DiCaprio's team, and she becomes pretty much the brains of the entire operation. Essentially the puppet master of the dreams that Leonardo DiCaprio is trying to manipulate here. And I thought her performance was very, very strong. And speaking of strong female presences, Marion Cotillard as Leonardo DiCaprio's wife. Awesome performance. I bought their chemistry so much. Again, lots of emotional range playing into that really, really tragic backstory that Leonardo DiCaprio and her character has. And I bought their entire history. Fantastic work. Tom Hardy, before he ever became Bane a couple of years after this in The Dark Knight Rises, is essentially the wisecracker of the group. And I thought he was really, really cool. Super badass. A lot of great comedic one-liners. He's essentially the Han Solo of this team. A great, great presence, as usual. Last but not least, Ken Watanabe. I mean, what else is there to say? The guy's a legend. Incredible performance here. All of these performances in Inception were so phenomenal. It's absolutely breathtaking to see how every dramatic beat is so seamlessly portrayed. These actors did not feel like actors. It felt like I was watching real people going through these alternative dimensions. I mean, what else can I really say about this movie? Inception is a dream come true. It is a gift from the cinema gods. Seeping with brilliant symbolism everywhere. Outstanding performances, genius writing, groundbreaking visuals. I really don't have any problems with this movie, and I think it absolutely deserves my highest grade of an A+. If you've never seen Inception before, what on earth are you still doing here? Go check it out right now. If you've already seen it, go watch it again. It is an amazing gift from Nolan to cinema buffs like me. It feels like every time I watch Inception, I notice something new every single time, and it never gets old. I strongly, strongly recommend it in case you couldn't tell. But what do you guys think of Inception? What is your favorite Christopher Nolan film? I'd like to hear your thoughts down in the comments section below. And look forward to, of course, more Christopher Nolan films reviewed on this channel in the build up to Tenet. Coming up next tomorrow here on the channel, Batman Begins. Guys, thank you so much as always for tuning in. Feel free to give the video a thumbs up if you like it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button as hard as you possibly can on your way out. Guys, you all are the best. Thank you so much again for your support of the channel so far. Look forward to more reviews very soon. And with all that being said, Back Talk, commence.